We're going to start it off with the basics. We're going to start with the fundamental building blocks of card magic, and then we're going to branch off. You're going to learn from the ground up how to hold the deck, what pinky breaks are, what card controls are, and move on from there. Start learning sleights. Here's a very popular grip, a way to hold the cards known as the mechanics grip. To start off, you're going to place the deck of cards into your left hand. So if you hold your left hand out, you're going to place the cards just like so. Now if you look at the positioning, this is my left thumb going along the left long edge of the cards. My left forefinger lays right across the front of the pack. Middle finger cradles it along with the forefinger, followed by the ring finger and the pinky. And the pinky is going to be down near the bottom right edge of the card. So this should be very comfortable in your hand. So when you're placing it in your hand, the long end of the deck is going to go right along your hand. Just going to fall right in. It should be the most comfortable position possible so that your hand feels free to move. You can turn your hand over, the cards won't fall, and you don't need to hold it very tightly. It should feel very comfortable. That is the mechanics grip. That's where all the fingers lie. Here's another very important grip. It's known as the Biddle grip. Now, as the mechanics grip was in the left hand, we're going to start from that position. The Biddle grip is going to consist of the right hand holding the card. So here's how it starts. If we're starting off in mechanics grip, the right hand is going to come from above. The right thumb is going to lie along the back, shorter edge of the deck. The right forefinger is going to curl on top of the pack. The middle and ring finger grab the deck of cards right along the outer left edge. And the pinky, you can either have it on the deck if you'd like. It can be free. It's up to you. It shouldn't really play a function. Once again, the deck should be held very comfortably. You should be able to turn your hand and maneuver your hand, and the cards shouldn't fall away. And you don't need to hold this very tight. There's no reason for the cards to be buckling. Very loose grip on the pack. Just like so, that's the Biddle grip. It should be very easy to transfer from mechanics grip right into Biddle grip. It should just go very naturally. Just like so. And that is the Biddle grip. Here's the pinky break. This is one of the key moves in all of card magic. It's a sleight upon which the rest of card magic is built upon. It's a way to mark a card in the pack or multiple cards. Here's how it is. Let's take the deck, place it in the left-hand mechanics grip, and grab a chunk of the deck from above in Biddle grip. Any size you'd like. Now what we're going to do is using the left pinky, when we put the deck back on top, we're going to let that pinky squeeze in between the two halves. Now at first when you practice this, you can really get your pinky in there so you feel comfortable. You don't feel that you've lost it. So there's a big break in there. Okay? Let's turn a card face up so you can see this. The 4 of diamonds, for instance. The pinky break is going to be above the 4 of diamonds. Now, right now I have a very large break. That's enormous. The more and more you practice, you want to just use the flesh of your pinky so that it's just the flesh is in there. So that the break is smaller, but it's just as easy to hold. Okay? Now, from the front, how is this covered? You're probably thinking there's a wide gap at the front. If you're holding the deck in mechanics grip, you'll notice that your left forefinger is covering the outer right edge of the deck, thereby obscuring that pinky break. In fact, if you're to put your hand on top of the deck in Biddle grip, just like so, then look, it's covered from every angle, from the side, from the front, almost everywhere, even from the back of the pack, because your right thumb on the back is holding that edge. So your pinky break should be covered from the front and almost every side, especially if you put your hand on top in Biddle grip. So once again, how you get into that position is your pinky squeezes in, the flesh of the pinky squeezes in as you replace the deck on top in mechanics grip. Your left forefinger is across, concealing the gap from the front, and your pinky holds a break. Here's the thumb break. The thumb break, when used in conjunction with the pinky break, is also a foundation of card magic. The two combined allow you to control any card, know exactly where its position is. I'll show you how the thumb break looks. Now, based upon how we learned to do a pinky break, where the pinky marks the card while the deck is in left-hand mechanics grip, the thumb break is going to be where you take the deck into Biddle grip, and you're going to transfer this break from your pinky over to your thumb. Here's how this works. Thumb break is going to be where your thumb from on top holds the entire pack along with in the front, your middle and ring finger and your forefinger curl along, just like Biddle grip. So you can see from the back, from the side, you'll be able to see that there's a piece of flesh of my thumb stuck in between the cards, marking the break. So you can see exactly where it is. Now your thumb, this should be noted, your thumb from the back is holding both the top and bottom packets. So it's only the flesh in the middle of your thumb that's holding the two packets apart. So you're holding both packets, so you should be able to pick the deck up off your hand and be able to hold it as its own unit. Now notice from the front, you can't see any of this because any even remnants of a gap that there might be are held and concealed by your middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Now, as for the back, somebody seeing from the back, that angle is exposed. So if you have a thumb break and the deck is in your left-hand mechanic grip, you can't see it from any angle. You almost can't even see it from the back if your thumb holds it. You see, that's the only exposed view, is if somebody's looking directly from behind. So that's the thumb break. We're going to now learn alternate methods of securing pinky breaks and thumb breaks. Here's a very convincing method. It's called dribbling to secure a break. Let me show you. First, we need to learn how to dribble the cards in this manner. The way we're going to do that is holding the deck in mechanics grip. The right hand's going to come from above. The right thumb is going to go right in on the inner left edge. Okay, just like so. And the middle finger, ring finger, and forefinger are, the forefinger is going to be curled along the top. The middle and ring finger are going to hold the outer right corner. Just like so. That should be the grip on the deck. Ring finger, middle finger are touching, and the other pivot point would be your right thumb on the inner left corner. And what you're going to do is you're going to bend the cards ever so slightly. Take a look using your forefinger to push down in the middle of them. You're bending the cards slightly. And what you're going to do is allow them to fall by springing them off your thumb into your other hand. They should just dribble right off. They should almost just fall. You're almost just letting them fall. You're allowing your thumb to be the guide, and they dribble right out of your hand. So play with that a little bit. You'll get the feel. It'll become very steady so that the cards fall out. Here's how we're going to secure a break doing this. Now, I'm going to show it to you once so you can see what it looks like. We're going to stop the cards right there. There's the 10 of hearts. And I'm going to close the deck, just dribble, and instantly I've now secured a break above the 10 of hearts. Now, how did that happen? I'll explain this. What I'm doing is I'm dribbling the cards, and let's say we stop at this point. And we'll leave the card face up for demonstration purposes. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to be about 1 inch, 1 to 1.5 inches behind, okay? So this is not directly above, but behind by 1.5 inches here, so you can see the depth. And for about 1 or 2 cards, I'm going to